Hello everybody, welcome to another charting session / educational session here on the channel. Today is February 26th, 2024, and I took 4 trades today, and I won 3 of them and lost 1 of them. So, also ignore this. This is just pop blood vessel from the gym. So, looking at this morning, at around, I was looking at the chart around 9 a.m. Okay, so we were right here. So I'm going to, real quick, draw this out, or I'm just going to put in a replay to right here. So we had this breaker being formed. It didn't get formed until we tapped into this 15-minute for value gap, and we tapped that after selling off, and we made this low. And something to mention is that, is it here? No, hold on, let me try to find this. On ES, on the 15-minute it was. Yeah, right here. So this morning, or over the night, we went down and swept these lows. So right here is engineered liquidity, and the reason why it is because you have all these lows that were put in just very, very close to this, and they were not really bouncing off a PD array, but they were just being formed. It was liquidity being formed within the market, right? And so that was taken, and I wanted to see the rejection off this 15-minute for value gap, and we got that here, and also on NQ we got this rejection, and we went up, created this 15-minute, and if we respected this 15-minute, I was wanting to see a trade to the upside to target up here at all this liquidity, and on ES that would be targeting this engineered buy side liquidity to the upside. Additionally, we also had on this wick, on this 1-hour wick, we had a consequent encroachment that I did want to mark out just in case, and we'll go over why that is so important in this trade that I took today. So looking at this, the 5-minute here, I wanted to see us respect off of this breaker. So we came up, went above this high, we did a good respect of this 15-minute for value gap, and I wanted to see us retest this, and then I wanted to see the reaction off of this. So we had this massive push up, okay? And if we go down to the 1 minute, you could see that I took my entry down here, and the reason why is because, well, I missed an entry on here, right? And I saw that it went higher, but it went back down, and it did not take out this liquidity, right? So I figured it was going to keep going higher. So what it did here is it manipulated this low, actually manipulated this low, and retapped into the 15-minute, and also created an SMT with ES, right? ES over here at the time, I probably have it marked right here. So we created this with ES, and also swept these lows, and also tapped into OTE of this range. So I put my entry in here, and it was on a 15-second entry. I think this is actually average of 2 entries. I think I had one entry like right here, and I had another one like off. I don't remember, but these are just 2 together. They were pretty close. So I actually had my stop down here. Yeah, this was my initial stop. So we came down, and I almost got stopped out. Then we got a push up. After that, I trimmed my stop. I trimmed it like here, and then we got even bigger push. And then I think after we got this push, I made my stop to break even. And you can see we got a good move up, and we were getting really close to here. Now at the time, when we were right here, I had about, and I want to talk about this, right here I had about $150. I was up about $150, and I was thinking to myself, well, that's going to go up when it goes up here, I'll be at around like $230 I'd make. And that would be enough to pass a funded like a payout day, right? You need 5 payout days. You need 5 days that you make over $200 and you get a payout. And so I need to make at least $200. I was at around 150 here, I think, and I obviously wanted this to get hit because I would get my $200. So right here, I was just sitting in this trade. We had this SMT formed, and then we came and we were so close to getting this. So all of this action right here, I want to explain this. So right here at this high, my P&L hit $200. Okay, it hit like $205, and that would cover the fees as well to make a $200 winning day. And I did not get out of the trade because I wanted to see us go up here. So I stayed disciplined and I did not get out of the trade. We came back up. We almost hit it. And then we came back down. And then at the time I was thinking, okay, I'm just going to trim one when we get up here. We came back up. We almost hit it again, create equal highs. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, we have to take this. And then we got a massive sell-off. And here on the 2 minute, this was the first 2 minute for value gap that was created. That was like a bigger gap, right? There's this baby one, right? But this was the first displacement down. And I wanted to see, are we going to respect it or no? We respected it. And I took my position off around right here. This was where my trailing stop was, and it would make me win $50. So that would cover me a loss, right? That would cover me for the next loss. And then we got this massive push up right after I sold off. And I wanted to get back in. So I got back in right here. And so I wanted to catch the move to go back to these TPs, take this out. I figured, well, we swept these lows. We also swept these lows right here. You see, these were both kind of swept. And so I figured now we're going to take this out. So we got this massive pump up. I put my entry in right here. And my stop, I believe, was right here. It was wait, no. It was right here. Actually, I don't remember. It was like right here. And got stopped. And so that was very frustrating because right here, I went from almost getting a day towards my payout, right, to almost making $200, went all the way down here, and I got taken out for $50, right? Super depressing. And then right here, I lost about $65. So I was negative 15 for the day. And I spent all my entire morning until almost noon just wasting my time, kind of. That's what it felt like to me. And I was thinking, okay, well, I need to get over this because this is the thing about trading. So I got over it, and I was wanting to see only one thing if I was going to take another trade today. And that was if ES was to, if we go to 5 in here, was if ES was going to take these equal lows, or yeah, these lows down here. So this was around 1:30 I started looking at the market. It's right about right here. So let me put that on ES, or on NQ. 1:30. Okay, that's a little late, but whatever. All right. So let me switch over to this chart for this, because this is what I was looking at it on. All right. So we had, I wanted to see us take out this, but also on S&P, I wanted to see us take out this low, because this would either be we manipulate it and head back higher to take out this liquidity, or we go back through it. So I wanted to see us sweep it, right, and go back higher. So the funny thing is ES and NQ were not correlated at all here. They sort of were. Wait, hold on. No, they were. That's just, okay. The same time frame they were. But we go to here. We had the sweep, right? The sweep of these equal lows. We had this breaker right here. And I took my trade off of this. I took a trade off of an earlier PD array. I think it was, yeah. I bought the stops of this right here. And I also put a position in, I think, somewhere over here. Maybe after we saw the rejection of this breaker, I put another position in. And I wanted to see us go up to this high. Okay? So what happened here was that we had this push up, and I put my stop to, well, initially it was down here. Then I put my stop to here once we made it up to here after we broke these highs. And then it came down, almost stopped me out, and went back up, and it rallied pretty well. It also created this breaker, and this, there's like a 15-second break here, I think, or is it a 2-minute? It's a 2-minute. So why did I exit the trade here? So right here, we came up, we were sitting here, and there was nothing really telling me we were going to go lower, but I wanted to take my trade off here. And the reason why is because I wanted to see us head back lower down to this breaker, or also this 2-minute fair value gap that was created. So we went back down. I put my first contract on this breaker, and then I put my second one, the 2-minute fair value gap. So I was filled right here, and my stop was down here, and then I moved it up to here once we got some displacement up, and then I put it at break even. And this trade, I took it off around here. So I wanted to see us get up to here, and let me explain what happened with the money. Okay, so right here I made around, what did I make? Like, this is about $150. Okay, and 15 of that was losses, so I was about up $130 from this trade. And I was thinking, okay, well, we might retrace. So I took it off, we retraced down, hit these, and I re-entered back in, and then I took my take profit up here, and I was up $201. I didn't target up here because, for one, we've been engineering liquidity all day. Going up to this high is not really it's not really highly probable, just because we haven't been going to the highs. So I put it to this high, and that would have made me up to $206, and then commissions, it's like 201. So that worked out perfectly, and that's how I kept a disciplined mind. After I took that loss, I waited for a good setup. I took the setup, took it smart, and I profited well. That was perfect, right? I came up here, waited for the retrace. We got the retrace we needed, and I squeezed out the little bit rest of that move. So now let's talk about tomorrow. So if we go to the news here, tomorrow we have 8:30 news and 10 a.m. news. So the morning's probably going to be pretty good. Let's look at the prediction for tomorrow real quick, and then I'll look back at the news. Okay, so on the 4-hour, I can remove all of this now. Get a clear empty chart. Same thing with here. All right. 4-hour, it looks like this could be a sweep. We came up here, swept this, came back down, and right now we're on a down moving leg. We have this 4-hour fair value gap that we'll see what happens with. So mark that. And then same thing over here. We do have this for value gap. We also have this breaker. So I'm going to list this breaker out. And yeah, so that's what we're looking at now. I'm going to mark this as sell side liquidity. Mark this as buy side. Mark this with buy side. All right. So right here, it looks like this could be a sweep, higher time frame sweeps, and heading lower. So now I'm going to go to the 1 hour, and I'm going to annotate out this 1 hour for value gap. And we also have another one here, but I'm going to target this one really because it's the bigger one and it's like more in the premium of the range. So going to the 15-minute, we're sort of just consolidating right here, and that's because it's after market. But I do want to see us go up to this 1 hour. We could maybe tap like this breaker. It's actually probably going to be more of a move, so we may tap like this breaker right here. And in the morning, probably going to see some sort of sell-off, except if we've already tapped into discount of this range, what it looks like we have. So let me just check. Yeah, so we have tapped discount. So we may tap this breaker and in the morning sell off down to take this. And probably, honestly, tomorrow is just going to be, in my opinion, just like a trend day. We're going to sell off, take out the sell side, and we're just going to keep trending down because we have a lot lower to go inside of this range, right? You have all these ranges, you have highs and lows put in, but you keep having big dips down, big dip down, right? Big dip down. We haven't really had much of a big dip. We have this, but like we haven't really had a sell off to go to discount. So I'm going to draw that out on the 4 hour right here. I'm going to draw out OTE. So here's this, here's OETE, and here's going to be these levels for the week, right? Draw this out to there. Okay. So this is definitely a fair value gap we'll look at as a sort of port of support. So we do want to break through that. But I do hope that we start heading lower. That's what I do expect as well. So that's exactly my prediction for the afternoon, or for the after night session. We come up here, tap this breaker, respect this 1 hour for value gap, and head lower through this 4 hour and just displace through the sell side liquidity. And same thing with ES, the 4 hour. I want us to head down, and yeah, is there any SMTs up here? See if there's any SMTs real quick. There's one kind of, wait, no, that's not one. Yeah, there's not really anything. Okay. So, yeah, that is my prediction. I won't be trading in the morning because I have class, but I will be trading in the afternoon at like 1 p.m. Let's look at the news one more time to see if there's any afternoon news. There is. So we have 7:30 CPI. That doesn't really matter. None of this is going to affect us, our trading. It's just going to make it a little better. So we have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. It really sucks that I won't be trading because with news at 10 a.m., it's really nice to get a silver bullet trade, and I bet there will be a silver bullet trade to the downside. But yeah, that's definitely going to be a trade I'm going to miss out on. Hopefully, I can trade a little bit pre-market. I'm going to be going into the gym in the morning, so whenever I get back home, post my bias, I may try to get in a like 8:45 a.m. pre-market trade. So yeah, we'll see if that happens. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next charting session.